What is the output of this program? All right, so here we have a pretty complicated nested for loop. So we're going to have to go through this slowly, step by step. The outer loop is going to run 4 times. The inner loop is going to, the first time through, run once. The second time through, run twice. Then 3 times, then 4 times. And that's because we have an I here. So as long as j is less than I, or less than or equal to I, it'll run. So the inner loop will run an extra time each time we go through the outer loop. So let's start at the beginning. Sum is currently 0 and I is 1. We're going to enter the loop and j is 1. Prod is going to be equal to prod times I. So prod is currently 1. I is also 1. So prod is going to be 1. We're going to add 1 to the sum, which is currently 0. So after the first loop, sum is 1. Then the inner loop breaks because j becomes 2. 2 is not less than or equal to 1. So we go back to the outer loop. Now I is 2. So prod is set back to 1, j is set back to 1. Let me erase this stuff here. Okay. Prod is going to be equal to prod, which is 1, times I, which is 2. So prod is 2. We're going to add 2 to our current sum. Our current sum is 1, so we're going to add 2, and it will become 3. Okay, and then we can go through the inner loop one more time, because now j is 2, and that's allowed because I is 2, so 2 is less than or equal to 2. Okay, so we enter again. Prod is going to be equal to prod times I. Prod is currently 2 times I, which is 2, so that's 4. So we're going to add 4 to our sum. 3 plus 4 is 7. Remember, this is our sum over here. Now the inner loop breaks. We're going back to the outer loop. So I'm going to erase that. Start over. So now I is 3. We're going to enter. Prod is set to 1. J is 1. 1 times 3 is 3. So we're going to add 3 to our sum. So that becomes 10. Then we go, j becomes 2. And we have prod is prod times I. Prod is currently 3. Times 3 gives us 9. So now we're going to add 9 to our sum. So now we have 19. Then j becomes 3. We loop again. So prod is currently 9. Times 3 is 27. So we're going to add 27. So I have a calculator here. 27 plus 19 gives us 46. That is the current value of sum after the inner loop has run 3 times. Now we have one more outer loop. So I is now 4. This is our last iteration through the outer loop. Prod is 1, j is 1. So prod is 1 times I, which is 4, means prod is currently 4. We're going to add 4 to our sum. 46 plus 4 is 50. Okay, now j is 2. And so prod, which is 4, times I is 16. We're going to add 16 to our sum. So 50 plus 16 is 66. Okay, then j is 3. Let me write our prod was 16, so I have to keep track of what prod is. Okay, so 16 times 4, and I don't want to get this wrong, so I'm just going to use my calculator. 64. We're going to add 64 to 66 and get 130. All right, then one more time. Oh, and 64 was the current value of prod. So then 64 times 4 is 256 plus 130 gives us 386, and then the loops break. The answer is C.